Hello. I'm going to be taking a look at this Tiger R-Zone Super Screen in this video, which is this wonderful looking device right here. And this is from 1996, I believe. And seemingly it's quite rare. They do seem to go for quite a bit of money. Now it looks like it does take batteries. I'm just looking on the back. 4D batteries or a 9-volt DC adapter. At the minute, I can't quite see where the batteries go, so I'm guessing you have to remove something. But I do have a DC adapter so we can test it. So yeah, essentially what this thing is I think it's a projection unit inside, which projects onto this screen. And I think it's got like a colour background. It's got a game cartridge that sort of slides in the bottom there. And this one is Battle Arena Toshinden. What? Battle Arena Toshinden. And yeah, it says 1996 on it. So they slide in the bottom there, and that sort of gives it the colour background that is projected onto the screen. And then I presume it's got LCD figures that sort of move around. We've got a manual focus wheel there, we've got a contrast wheel here, and we've got a volume wheel here. Now the problem with this is that it doesn't power on. So I mean, I don't know what's wrong with it, but we can test that. So let's plug it in. Right, so we should have 9 volts in this. Let's just double check that before we plug it in. Nothing. Oh, well, that's a good start, isn't it? Right, just to be clear, this is my power adapter. This isn't the power adapter that came with it, because there wasn't one that came with it. I assumed that one was good, but it's obviously not. Guessing we'll have to try and find another adapter. Right, annoyingly, I can't find another 9-volt adapter, so I'm going to have to try and figure out how to put batteries in this thing. I'm going to assume it's these two screws here. There we go. Yes. Batteries. I don't know what that is there. Anyway, let's see. Presume I don't have to put the back on. There's the on button. And it isn't coming on. I don't know whether you have to have that. Oh! It just flickered. Do you see that? Ah. There's obviously some kind of a loose connection in here somewhere. Yes. Right, okay, well that's promising news, isn't it? It's sort of, yeah, it comes on when it's sort of, yeah, it's difficult to get it to stay on, but yeah, it does come on at a certain angle. So this screen, maybe it's got some kind of like a contact of some description, you know, like maybe a switch, I don't know. God, it's really heavy with those batteries in. Let's take them back out. Well, let's see if we can get a bit further inside this and have a look, see what's going on. And I do need to be very careful with this because, like I said before, it is quite rare. And I think they go for... Well, I had a quick look on eBay this morning and people were selling them for like £300-400, which is just crazy. I think when this thing came out, it was $39.99 or something like that. But that was 25 years ago. I can't get in there. Ugh. Oh, yes, I can. Nice one, Steve. Time to shout out my Holy Hand Grenade patrons. Tidda and Taylor Hilton. Thanks very much for your support, guys. And everyone else who supports me on Patreon. And the join thing on YouTube, which I still don't fully know. I don't think anyone's joined, but that's fine. Right, well, I can't see any other screws there. So there's those two. Ah, there's two down here. Two can play that game when two become one. Oh. Okay. Wow. Oh, I like this. It's got hot glue in it and everything. Right, let's see if we can work this out. So when this screen goes up and down, it moves this here. Ah. Tell you what, let's get shaky cam out. Shaky cam does whatever a shaky cam can. Right, so this contact here, this piece of plastic pushes on this contact, which I presume is supposed to push down on the contact below it. Right, so there to there. Right, yeah, there's no contact there at the minute. Right, there you go. Can you see that? There. Putting pressure on, it's completing the circuit. It is going to be as simple as that. So I need to... What do I need to do? It's obviously this piece of plastic is not pushing down on that enough. But I can't really bend that because there's still not going to be... I can't bend the metal prong because there's still not going to be enough pressure being applied. I'm going to have to try and build up this plastic, I think. Let's have a look. Right, okay. So we can get to it easy there. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Maybe I could just... Let's undo that. Okay. I wonder whether I might just get away with putting, I don't know, a washer, maybe? Does that push in there? No, a washer's not... Oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe it will. Or maybe a rubber grommet might be better, but just something that's just going to lift this part up slightly. Let me go and see what I've got. Yoink! Right, I've got this bag of O-rings, and I have got some small ones in here, so I think I might be able to just put some over this post and just in this part here. Let's try that one. Ah, perfect. Perfect. I wonder whether that will actually be enough. I would like to give it a little bit of protection there as well, just so the plastic doesn't, you know, bend that way. I'm just going to pop another one on there. And I'm going to try and get something to stick in here. Some kind of foam or something. Following on from my sellotape episode last week. More sellotape. This is not your traditional sellotape. These are sticky fixers. So called because they're sticky and they fix. Or something. Do you know what? I think that's going to do the trick. Let's pop that back on. Let's just see if that is any better. Oh yeah. By Jove, I think that is going to work. Let's test it. Yes, I think that's working now. Let's, temporarily at least, just pop the batteries back in and let's just see what that does now. Yeah, these wires aren't particularly well routed or routed, whatever you want to call it. I prefer routed, but then I'm weird. Yep, screen is on. And the screen is staying on. You can see the wires behind it. Yeah, definitely need to route those properly. Apologies for the noise, it's kind of raining outside. I think that's the heat wave gone. I bless the rains down in Africa. I'm going to put it back together and I'm going to see if it actually plays the game because I haven't tested that yet. It's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Right, so I just thought I'd just give it a quick test before I put it fully back together, before I put the back on. And yes, it comes on. And I was just testing it, and I thought I'll just have a quick go with the game, so that I don't look like an idiot when I'm testing it at the end. And it was playing fine. And I this is pretty good. And then the screen went off. And I was like, I wonder if that's to do with this. And it's definitely not, because the game doesn't come on. You see there's no sound until that's fully open. It's not projecting anymore, basically. So the game does start. I'm wondering whether the bulb's just gone and that was really bad timing. Yeah. I'm going to have to take it apart again. I'm hoping that I've just dislodged a wire or something, but it did come on Well, you can see it here. It's still coming on, but maybe I've dislodged the wire for the, you know, where the bulb power wire or something. I don't know. I don't know. Thought this was going to be easy. I can see the bulb there. That's just trying to shed some light on the situation. Pun intended. Well, the filament looks okay. Oops. So it's this white wire, presumably. Oh, Steve. You've broken it. Steve. You're an idiot. Do you know what? I think the bulb's gone. I'm not going to have one of these bulbs. I don't even know what bulb it is. Oh. I can't tell. It looks okay. I just found this bulb in the shed. It's an automotive bulb, so it's 12 volts, but I figure if it's getting 6 volts to it, it should still light up a bit. So I'm just going to see if what I was doing before would have made this light up. So I put that on positive and that on negative. Yeah, there we go. That is okay. I think that does prove that it's the bulb that's faulty. Unfortunately, that is too big anyway, so I do need to order a proper one. It's a few days later and my bulb has arrived. It's actually a bulb out of a cycle lamp, I believe. But it is the same rating. It's 2.7 volts, it's 0.42 amps, and it's the same size. So, fingers crossed, it should work. Let's try it. Here we go. So, if I just pop that in there, that on there, and screw that back up, let's see what happens. Right, there she is. Let's see if it works. Nice. Excellent. Now, it does look like there's a big bright spot in the middle here, but there's actually not. It's, with the naked eye, it's all illuminated nice and evenly. Right. I think the premise of this game is that you have to not do that. You have to kick the other person. And hit him with a big stick. I either won or I lost. You decide. So it was another easy one, but as quite a few people in my last video pointed out, those are the ones that people can relate to, because these are problems that you might have at home. You know, I'm not desoldering a BGA chip and reballing it and putting it back on. I only used a screwdriver to fix this, and a couple of O-rings, which most people have got lying around in the shed. So yeah, very happy with this in the end. It's a beautiful looking thing. Like I say, it's quite rare as well, so worth a few quid. Whew. Whew.